look at events in Hong Kong, a man stealing cooking oil, and much more.
We have today's weather forecast with Madison and a look at sports with Eli.
Today is Friday, February 18th, 2022.
We are live from Shroyer Studio H12 on the campus of Bradley Central High School, and you are watching Vox News Today.
Welcome back. I'm Alex Wingard.
And I'm Amber Filial.
Fans of BTS will be able to see their favorite K-pop group in concert next month, but not at a concert venue. The company behind the superstar singers announced it will air a new concert film in theaters for one day only called BTS Permission to Dance on Stage Seoul Live Viewing. Will play in select theaters around the world. The show is scheduled for March 12th. Tickets go on sale later this month. This comes a little more than 2 months after BTS told fans they were taking a break from touring.
Smoke billowing out of an abandoned cargo ship full of luxury cars in the middle of the ocean. The 656-foot-long ship Felicity Ace caught fire in the North Atlantic on Wednesday. The fire broke out in the cargo hold. The quickly spreading flames forced the 22 crew members to abandon ship, leaving the vessel adrift. It was carrying Porsches and Volkswagens from Germany to Rhode Island. According to the Portuguese Navy, the crew was safely picked up and taken to a local hotel. The ship's owners have been arranged for a tow as the vessel continues to burn.
Some Ukrainians are leaving their homes in the capital Kyiv to go to Lviv in the west out of fear of an attack. There's a looming possibility that Kyiv could be attacked by a missile or an energy base, striking concerns in many families. But while they are concerned, they're also defiant. People are willing to stay in their new places of living until the threats are cleared, no matter how long it takes.
Hong Kong's chief executive Carrie Lam announced the city will be taking its anti-epidemic measures to the next level on Tuesday. It was stated that Hong Kong ordered over 100 million rapid antigen tests to increase testing capacity. Lam also announced that the new public housing estates would be turned into isolation centers. Hong Kong also plans to collaborate with universities and hotels for even more capacity.
New COVID-19 cases, hospitalizations, and deaths continue to fall, but the stealth Omicron subvariant is spreading. BA2 appears to be about 30% to 50% more contagious than Omicron, and it's been detected in 74 countries and 47 U.S. states. Japanese researchers say the subvariant needs to be more closely monitored. Based on lab experiments yet to be peer-reviewed, they say it spreads faster and might cause more severe disease than Omicron. But severity in the real world is a different story. BA2 has gained a foothold. In South Africa and the UK, hospitalizations continue to decline, but in Denmark, where it's also the leading cause of infections, the World Health Organization says hospitalizations and deaths are rising. The good news, we have the tools to fight the spread.
Teenage figure skater sensation Kamila Valieva, who tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs, is the target of global outrage and sadness. Advocacy groups say 15-year-old Valieva is a victim of Russia's state-sponsored doping system, and the World Anti-Doping Agency is currently investigating the adults around her. IOC President Thomas Bach said her entourage's reaction to her after her final skate was chilling.
Phil Perez was arrested by Manchester police this week. Phil illegally harvested used cooking oil from the back room of the Puritan restaurant. He distributed the cooking oil into his red van and was caught on security camera. Heather Hamill of the Manchester Police Department said, quote, "Cooking oil can be recycled and it can be used for biodiesel. It can be worth quite a bit of money, so that's the reason why some of these thefts are taking place." End quote. This is one of many similar cases that have occurred in Manchester.
Jesse Gerhard, a son, a friend, a fireman, a hero. Jesse Gerhard died the day after he broke down a door and fought a raging house fire in Queens, New York. Jesse Gerhard collapsed Wednesday night at Ladder Company 134. His fellow firefighters were unable to revive him. His death is mourned in the community. Jared Gunst, assistant chief, says he was one of the most active guys around here, always had a smile on his face, brightened up the room every time he walked in, and was super dedicated to the department. The cause of death is still undetermined.
Two sisters in Wisconsin are facing attempted homicide charges, while the man they are accused of shooting and beating is recovering in a neck brace. Police say the twin sisters attacked the man late last month at the restaurant where he was working, shot in the face over a $3 hamburger. This 26-year-old George Webster says he thought his life was over. Police arrested these twin sisters, who are now facing attempted homicide charges, accused of shooting Rodriguez, then stopping his face while on the ground. The sisters charged in the shooting are behind bars, held on $100,000 bail.
Michelin is actually trying to reinvent the wheel. The company is working with General Motors to create airless tires that will come on updated Chevrolet Bolt electric cars. These vehicles are expected to go on the market within the next few years. Officials say airless tires have advantages, which includes no longer worrying about leaks. But automakers have been building cars and their internal systems on the premise of air-filled tires, so that could result in necessary adjustments in the process. There is an irony in Michelin working on airless tires. The world-famous mascot, the Michelin Man, is made up of air-filled tires.
And now let's check on our weather. Madison, what can you tell us?
Cold temperatures this weekend, all of that and more right after this break.
Wow, college already.
Yeah. We gotta go.
I love you.
I love you too, Daddy. And thanks for everything.
Gratitude. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
a lot better than last week.
We weren't born to follow.
Final round. Fight.
Welcome back. I'm Madison Johnston with your weather. And let's go ahead and take a look at our weather at glance for today. Right now in Cleveland, it is 34 degrees Fahrenheit with a high today of 47 and a low of 26. The precipitation listed today is at 2% with winds reaching up to 11 miles per hour. The humidity today is going to be 86%, the dew point at 30 degrees Fahrenheit, the pressure at 30.18 inches, visibility of 10 miles, and the UV index 0 out of 10. And now let's look at our local radar. The storms from last night have moved out of the area, which seems to be good. And now let's look at our national radar. Again, the storms from last night have moved out and they are moving off to the Atlantic Ocean with ice storms up in the north, which will be pushing out. And now let's look at our 7-day weather. Saturday, we will have sunny skies with a high of 54 and a low of 24. Sunday will be mostly sunny with a high of 59 and a low of 39. Monday, we'll be having rain move in at night with a high of 62 and a low of 49. Tuesday, we will have a high of 71 with 56, but it will be rainy. Wednesday, we'll also have showers with a high of 70 and a low of 52. And Thursday, the rain was still here with a high of 71 and a low of 44. That's all I have for weather, and now here's Eli with your sports.
We have news for Olympics, a Patriot fan, and an unfortunate Olympic winner, and we will have more coverage on that after this break.
Well, you're wrong.
I'm wrong. You're the one who misrepresented the facts.
Are you kidding?
Your proposal's ludicrous.
My proposal will go exactly the way I say it will.
My dead body.
I think somebody needs a timeout.
Oh,
That's the power of one.
Civility. Pass it on.
One grain of sand can turn the tide.
I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike one. I'm the greatest hitter in the world! Strike two. I'm the greatest Trick 3.
Wow! I'm the greatest pitcher in the world!
Yes!
Optimism. Pass it on. A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Welcome back. I'm done with your sports. The oldest Patriot fan, Myrtle Millage, died Tuesday at the age of 106. She lived in the town of Mexico, Maine, and had followed the team since they started as the Boston Patriots in 1959. Myrtle worked in a school cafeteria for years, then became a hospice worker where she comforted the ill and their families. The Patriots sent her a custom jersey with the number 106 to celebrate her birthday last December 26 on the card. Team owner Robert Kraft wrote the message, quote, "We are all Patriots," end quote. Fans, we are stunned by Slovakia's 3-2 in the men's ice hockey quarterfinals, the Beijing 2022 Olympics on Wednesday. Slovakia, bidding for its first Olympic medal in the event, advanced to the last four after winning a nail-biting shootout in a dramatic conclusion to the game. The U.S. held a 2-1 lead late in the third period, but at last gasp, goal by Slovakia's Marek Hrivik tied the game with 43.7 seconds left of regulation time. Neither team could find the breakthrough during overtime, and the goals continued to prove hard to come by in the shootout as well. Michaela Shriffin's Beijing nightmare continued on Thursday with the U.S. skiing star left reeling from a third did not finish at the games. Shriffen arrived at the Winter Olympics looking to win a third consecutive gold medal at a games. But after crashing out off the Alpine combined event, the 26-year-old has incredibly suffered 60% of her career at the National Alpine Skiing Center. This month, she had already failed to finish her favorite disciplines, the slalom and giant slalom, earlier in the games events that had reaped gold at Sochi 2014 and Pyeongchang 2018, respectively. Here's your current Olympic medal count. The top three, Norway sitting at number 1 with 15 gold, 8 silver, and 11 bronze. Number 2, Germany sitting at 10 gold, 7 silver, and 5 bronze. And the United States of America in the top 3 with 8 gold, 8 silver, and 5 bronze. That is all I have for sports. Stay tuned for more news with Amber and Alex after this break.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
I can't believe we broke Old Man Hennessy's window.
Correction, dude. You broke. I just threw the ball.
This is really bad. What are we gonna do?
Dude, kiss her life goodbye.
Yeah.
Sorry, Big.
Keep smiling, keep shining. No,
Hi.
Telling me was an accident, and we can fix the window. I'll come with you.
Welcome back.
A $10,000 reward is being offered in hopes of finding a man who stormed into a North Georgia gold mine and made off with about $100,000 worth of gold, cell phones, money, and jewelry from the mine's retail shop. WSB-TV reports that the man dressed in black and armed with a gun forced employees to turn over the loot on February 3rd at the Crescent Gold Mine in Dahlonega. The gold mine is a tourist attraction that highlights the region's rich gold mining history. Dahlonega was at the center of America's first major gold rush in 1829, which happened about 2 decades before the California Gold Rush.
Georgia Power Co. says now says that the first of 2 nuclear reactors it's building at Plant Vogtle near Augusta might not begin generating electricity until as late as March 2023. With overruns announced Thursday, the project will cost its owners nearly $30 billion. Georgia Power parent Southern Co. is taking a further $920 million loss on Vogtle. Southern warns it could lose another $460 million, depending on how a dispute with Vogtle co-owners turns out. Georgia's Power 2.6 million customers are already paying financing costs for Vogtle on monthly bills.
In an update on the now former Chattanooga teacher that was recently arrested for child sex abuse, the subject now faces new charges in Catoosa County, Georgia. 60-year-old Deborah McCarthy is now facing 2 new charges related to an alleged relationship with a 12-year-old that police say lasted for 7 months. McCarthy was a teacher at the Chattanooga Charter School for Excellence. She is now additionally charged with aggravated child molestation and child molestation fondling. There are a total of 6 charges against her at this time.
Several school systems across the Tennessee Valley are dealing with staffing shortages amid the coronavirus pandemic. It's a problem that shut down some Cleveland City schools in the fall. Could a new piece of legislation provide a solution? Earlier this month, Senator Ken Yeager introduced Senate Bill 2702, which is geared towards increasing the number of substitute teachers for school districts. It would allow retired teachers to work and still get benefits. Currently, the benefits are capped at 120 days. Senator Yeager says the bill will allow retirees to come back to the schools for an unlimited period of time to annual reviews for the school board each year. The bill will move towards the committee process.
Restaurants across the Tennessee Valley had a great week, and there are no failing scores to report. But employees not washing their hands led one restaurant to be just 1 point away from failing. Little Caesars on Ringgold Road in Chattanooga scored a 71. The inspector said that employees were not aware of the employee illness policy at the time of inspection. Employees were seen not washing their hands after using the restroom. Hand sanitizer was being stored with food, and food was not covered in the walk-in cooler unit. There was also a soiled personal linen item stored on the prep table seen by the inspector. It is important to remember 71 is not a failing score.
We now know the cause of a fire that broke out at Cleveland Daycare last week. At this point, investigators believe the evidence appears to point to the cause being related to carelessness and smoking. Investigators say they found several open alcohol containers. All of the evidence has been collected, and investigators are still waiting on several labs and fingerprint results before any cause can be officially confirmed. The EMA Public Information Officer from Bradley County says, "I cannot confirm the official cause until those results are back and the officials close the investigation. Pending the results of the fire investigation, additional criminal charges could be filed." James Carpenter is the man charged for reportedly drinking on the job when a fire broke out at a local daycare. He faces 27 counts of child neglect.
Thursday at the Hamilton County School Board meeting, parents and students from Ottawa High School expressed disappointment in the decision to remove the International Bachelorette program because of low enrollment. If the program is canceled, freshmen and sophomores enrolled in pre-courses won't be able to finish it, but seniors and juniors taking the courses can. The school is trying to replace the IB program with an AP capstone program, a program some parents fear would lower their child's chances of getting into their college of choice. The following document was presented by students to school board members, which explains their reasoning for wanting to keep the IB program.
In Chattanooga, one man, Walter McNamara, had a treat for customers who visited his Union 76 station on Cherokee Boulevard. Brutus, a playful 10-month-old Doberman, was brought on to be a good boy gas attendant. Brutus's job was to collect money from McNamara's customers and return their change. Chattanooga Times reporter Bill Castile was quick to report on the influx of customers, curious to see this canine in action. Families from Alabama, Nashville, and just about everywhere in between came to see Brutus and his abilities. Eventually, the station would close. We are led to believe both Walter and Brutus went on to better things. But for a short period of time, this Union 76 was the most doggone entertaining business on Chattanooga's North Shore.
Israeli farmer Chahi Ariel has grown the world's heaviest strawberry, according to Guinness World Records. At 10 ounces, the strawberry was about 5 times the average weight of a local berry on the local lawn variety, said Nerdai, a researcher at Israel's Volcani Institute where the strain was developed. The strawberry was 7 inches long and 13 inches in circumference, according to the Guinness entry. Ariel had been hoping he was onto a winner when they saw how big the fruit were growing on his family farm last year. He has been waiting for confirmation it was a record while keeping the giant strawberry in the freezer as proof. Unusually cold weather in early 2021 slowed the strawberry's ripening process, allowing it to continue gaining weight, according to the record book's website. The previous record was held by a Japanese farmer who discovered a 250-gram strawberry in his harvest in 2015.
Special Olympic athletes are coming back together in Chattanooga this Friday to resume an annual tradition at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. After being canceled by the pandemic, Special Olympic Tennessee's annual basketball tournament returns to Chattanooga this Friday. COVID-19 restrictions will be in place as well. Special Olympics Tennessee will also be hosting a Bocce ball tournament in April, as well as a track and field event in Hickson High School on April 30th.
We are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube through our channel BCHS VOX News.
You will also find more online at our website, voxnews.net.
Remind your friends to like, subscribe, share, and tune in.
You just cannot get enough of Vox.
That is all we have for you today from Studio H12 at Bradley Central.
And as always,
God bless and go Bears.